AM Best has released its annual top 50 rankings of the largest reinsurance groups, with Munich Re and Swiss Re again capturing the top 2 spots respectively. Here to discuss the new rankings is Christopher Pennings, financial analyst, AM Best. And Chris, how does AM Best go about formulating the rankings, especially considering that we're talking about different product lines and different geographical markets?
So we attempt to exclude any intercompany business and isolate reinsurance-specific gross and net written premiums, and then apply consistent exchange rates to convert all the figures to the US dollar. Over the course of 2022, there was some significant rate change fluctuations for various currencies against the US dollar, most notably the pound and the euro, which had a dampening effect on some carriers' premiums.
Now, there wasn't a whole lot of change in the top 10. In fact, the top 4 remained exactly the same as the previous year. What do you suppose is driving that sort of consistency?
The companies that encompass the top positions in the ranking have significant market presence, and their business is built upon strong, long-lasting relationships. They consistently capitalize on this, allowing them to maintain market share and relevance in the industry. This is also recognized in our rating process, as many of the higher ranked companies also have the highest assessment for business profile.
Now, as far as the entire rankings were concerned, what do you suppose the driving factors were, either up or down, for companies making movements?
There were some significant movements year over year, and the predominant driving force for this year was pricing dynamics. The hardening reinsurance market was the driving force behind premium growth for the year. For companies that moved down in ranking, the driving force was largely exposure reduction, specifically the reduction of higher volatility property lines. Those companies that made efforts to reduce their property cat exposure saw their ranking shift pretty materially year over year.
So, Chris, what do you see going forward for 2023?
For next year, we'll see the impact of significant rate increases from January renewals, and to a slightly lesser degree, the rate increases from the mid-year renewals. The rising rate environment, along with varying stances on volatility tolerance, should result in changes throughout the ranking. And while we don't anticipate any significant new entrants, we will likely see more prominence among the top ranking carriers.
Thanks, Chris.
No problem. Thanks.
That was financial analyst Christopher Pennings. You can find a full report online at ambest.com. For AM Best TV, I'm John Weber.